played a lot of games when you were a kid. You know, like Duck Duck Goose, Tag. You also played hide and seek, but instead of all your friends hiding, they just leave you to count and go home without you.
Every journey begins with a single step.
However, there's one genre of games that always gives people a smile. Video games. I don't think I need to go through the Wikipedia page of what video games are. I mean, the majority of my viewers are gamers, so I think we're safe in that area. Now, video games are good. You could be playing a game for months, maybe even years to come. However, this free time spender can cost up quite a bit. But there was the golden gem called the internet, where you could play any Flash game you want. Obama Alien Defense, SAS vs Zombies, The Last Line of Defense, The Last Stand. Yes, I did play a lot of zombie games. And of course, the big juggernaut itself, Bloons Tower Defense. This game is well known. I fucking love this game. You got the monkeys, or the balloons, they hate each other, save up your money to get bigger monkeys. It was all nicely wrapped. My favorite game in the franchise was Bloons TD4, that addicting sandbox mode, making questionable war purchases. And then, an even bigger game came out, Bloons Tower Defense Battles. That's right, 2 sweaty nerds battling out with only 3 monkeys to choose from out of 27. This was a godsend to me. I played an unhealthy amount of time on this game. I mean, one time I almost missed the bus, and another when my teacher held me back in class to talk to me about my obsession. It went a bit like this, maybe, just a little bit. Rob, you've been spending a lot of time on this game.
Yeah, I have.
What are you even doing on that?
Oh, well, this is funny monkey game where, you stop the balloons from getting to the end.
Is that it? Dude, you're studying mental health. Do you really think a patient's Alzheimer's is gonna disappear from you playing a game? So eventually I got burnt out and started playing other stuff. Until Bloons Tower Defense Battles 2 was announced, and everyone was hyped. I was a bit meh.
You lie!
The reason why I was a bit meh was because they were combining 2 games in the franchise together, Bloons TD6 and Bloons TD Battles.
Look at you. You look so superficial. You probably judge things by their physical appearance.
I'm just gonna say this now to save myself from going insane. I'm gonna call Bloons TD Battles Balloon Battles and Bloons TD6 Bloons 6. Balloon Battles was a heavily competitive game. What made it competitive was the limited amount of monkeys you used. So if you picked a monkey that was a mistake, then you're automatically at a disadvantage. So you had to be careful about which one you picked. You also had a new system of how to get money, economy. That was your money maker, and depending where it was up or down, you could either make lots of money or barely any. To make more, you had to send balloons to your enemy. Balloons cost money as well, so you had to be careful. You'll go broke fast, and that gives the enemy a chance to hit you hard. There are also strategies so that each monkey you picked were effective in working together with one another. Take for example, Ninja Monkey. You can unlock the Flash Bomb, which can stun balloons, and also take out lead balloons, even with camo on them. Which camo lead balloons were a strong foe, and most monkeys couldn't kill it. So the ninja was able to knock out the lead part, and so the other monkeys can kill the camos. Also had a currency called medallions, which are used to upgrade your monkeys to get stronger powers for them. You could also use power-ups, which were your secret weapons on the battlefield. You can go full offense or full support. There's many to choose from. You want to hit hard, but with less time? Go for it. Want to do double damage to Moabs? Sure. Want to get more money for selling bananas? Yeah man, And when I said offensive powers, I meant offensive powers. Making your opponent's towers slower or even stop. Making your balloons faster or even speeding up Moab balloons. There were a lot of mix and matching to suit your playstyle. In Balloon 6, that was completely different. You weren't fighting another person, you were fighting an AI. It also introduced some really outlandish upgrades to the game.
These biscuits is
And instead of 2 upgrade paths,
You gotta be fucking kidding.
you now have 3 upgrade paths. They even added a new tier 5 to some monkeys. So everything was off the table. You could have some of the most wackiest rounds ever, but nonetheless, it felt more like a sandbox game. The difficulty really did spike when you started challenging yourself with different maps and objectives. Like for example, the Odyssey challenge where you have to go through a certain amount of maps with only a certain amount of monkeys. This is what got me questioning this game. How can you make it so fair, challenging, and methodical at the same time? Is there a fucking train going past? Whilst this game did have some hype, it didn't get properly announced. Maybe I wasn't in their Discord or Reddit. But one night I wanted to play some Balloon Battles until I just saw it there. I didn't even realize it came out. So I clicked on it and went on the Steam store, and oh my god, it's a mixed review. Thankfully the game was free to play, and from me saying that, you've probably already got a good idea of what this game is going to be like. And oh god, what did they do? They were busy playing Frankenstein than making an actual game. Okay, this game is a mixed bag, so let's just start with the tutorial and move on through there. The tutorial was pretty good. From placing your towers, eco, and sending balloons. Anyway, I beat through the tutorial.
They're leaking! They're leaking!
So far so good. It then showed me how to buy monkeys, which I instantly bought the Dartling Gunner. This gives me some flashbacks. I bought him mainly because of his PTSD buff, and then jumped into a match. And oh god, the lag. I don't know why, but the game would just stop playing randomly, and sometimes it'd even boot me out the game. My Wi-Fi was completely fine. In fact, we had an upgrade 3 months ago. I don't know why it had interference. And even with everything closed but OBS, the game still had issues. Either sometimes the enemy won't take damage until about 5 seconds later, or even longer.
I want to see how well this game is optimized, because right now, what hit her?
Even the game would have an awkward pause in the VS screen. And some matches I would just win randomly without answers.
What? I won? How did I win?
Bullseye!
Bit of a weird problem, but I pushed on forwards anyways. After loading into my next game, I noticed another problem. The map voting system. In the old one, you both had a maximum of 3 votes each. That way, it's easier for both of you to get the map you both want. In this one, you have 1. So if the first person votes and they get the map they want, the second person can re-vote it. And the other person has no power against it. So the best strat is just to wait until your opponent votes, so then you can change it. Anyway, after picking the map and the hero, you then pick your dudes. Then got a little versus screen, I plopped down Quincy, the bastard, and then I lost some life from the start. I got rushed. And the enemy got first blood? Yeah, they added 3 new ways to win more cash. Either getting first blood, losing no life, and getting a win streak. Now, don't these 3 contradict one another? Because if you lose first blood, you also lose life, so that's 2 down already. And if they win, you also lose your win streak, as if losing wasn't bad enough. It'd be better if there was more of a chance, like maybe if you go below 50 HP, you lose your other chance. Anyways, I play a bit of vengeance against him and decide to send some balloons back at him. Why are the balloons so cheap? Like the red one, it's meant to be the easiest. But later on, the zebra balloons cost 60 cash for 2. That seems steep, but you're gaining 3 eco per purchase. And getting money doesn't take long. It takes 10 seconds to gain all your income back you have. So you'll gain more than what you're taking. In balloons battles, somatics and anything above will decrease your income. And green balloons, yellow balloons, pinks weren't cheap either. You had to really get your eco up to 500 or more if you even think about toying with your enemy. But now, there's no point. You just spam. And whilst we're on the subject of eco, what is this amount? Okay, so red balloons give you 1 eco. Okay, balloons give you 1.5. That's reasonable. Greens give you 1.2. What? Why did it go down? And this keeps going, by the way. Black balloons give you 2 eco. Purples give you 4. What was that jump? Why not just have it simple? Also, we're definitely gonna ignore the fact that DDTs, which if you don't know is basically a lead armored camoed Moab that is faster than all 3 Moabs, and is also cheaper than the BFG or the Oh My God. DDTs are the hardest Moabs to fight because they require a lot of preparation to fight them. Okay, let's just have an unspoken rule as gamers to never use it on one another, because that is the most scummiest thing you can ever do in this game. Like what I said about the powers in balloon battles, there was a lot of choice. That's been completely guillotined, and now you only have a boost for both defense and offense. Go fuck yourself. After the game, I want to know how to level up my monkeys. And I mean this when I say this, not even saying Jesus Christ or oh boy can even convey the size of this problem. When I said they Frankensteined these 2 games together, I mean it. Because in order to level up a monkey, you need to use it. Like in Balloon 6. Now, someone might say, that's a good idea because it gives you time to use them and to understand them. However, gaining XP is a fucking slog.
If I play any more of this game, I'm gonna have suicidal thoughts.
All of the monkeys only have level 2 unlocked. So I have to handicap myself in order to upgrade that monkey I want. The reason this worked well in Balloon 6 is because there was no opponents. In Balloon 6, you had other monkeys by their side to help them gain XP. In this game, I have another fucking mouth breather sending leads and all kinds of Russian experiment balloons to come beat me up and take my organs. They just don't have the firepower I need then and there. And you have to use them. You can't just spam them all down. They have to get pops in order to gain XP. And these levels really spike up. At the time of making this script, I only have 5 monkeys that are level 3 out of 17. But don't worry, pal, but don't worry. You can spend £5 for 30 days of VIP. You can get them leveled up in no time. And let's just get the elephant out of the room whilst we're on the subject. I noticed a heavy waft of microtransaction farts even when I booted it up for the first time. I saw the game trying to butter me up with giving me a taste of VIP, with free XP boosts from the start and better chests to unlock, but as soon as my XP boost expired, I got fucking kicked out in the ring. So if you got the VIP, you are at a massive head start against anyone who doesn't have it. I've even started to close my game whenever I see that crumpled up, low polygon VIP sticker that's just infecting the player's brain. And no amount of furry ASMR is gonna get rid of that withdrawal. And now, let's talk about the progression system. Each round you'd win 30 cash, 1 trophy, and a chest thingy. I don't know what this is. Now, these depends if you got any of the side objectives too. And if you lose a round, you get a trophy taken off of you. So if you get bad match after bad match, aka VIP after VIP, you'll get pushed down each time. You wanna take a guess how long it took me to get out of the main area, the easy area? You wanna take a guess and maybe have a think? Well, does 5 hours sound like a good enough time? I'm half thinking they're just gonna put me on a boat and sail me out and then drown me because my trophies were too low. I've seen this mentioned plenty of times in the reviews. A lot of people hate this matchmaking system and the progression system. So do I. It's a stingy money grab tactic that just makes me lose respect for this game and the indie devs. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes. Oh no, you thought that was it? No, it keeps going. Now, remember when I said about towers being both good and bad? Well, it seems like most of them are just fucked. Here's a scale of all the monkeys I've seen throughout my playthrough, from start to finish. I've updated it every time I boot up the game, and I'm excluding any of the ones that have been used from VIP players, cause that shit is just unfair.
She's got optics, so there's no point sending her anymore. What the fuck was that? Oh, airdrops. What, 2,000 dash? What the fuck?
Some of these guys are just too underpowered, like for example, the glue gunner. He can get easily overwhelmed in a second. You get why this scale is so fucky? However, this game does do some good. Firstly, I like the art style. It gives a modern day look compared to its predecessor, as well as soft sound effects, compared to the balloon battles that made explosions sound like hitting a baseball bat on a dumpster. I like the little hub area. It shows the monkeys you've recently used in your last match. The main music area is nice and bopping. I like this soundtrack. After a match keeps going on, the balloon buy section will couple balloons together, so you're sending double of what you're buying. There's an actual timer to show you when your next income is coming in. The nice transition to each part of the game. I like how the middle area has a massive door to show where the arena you're gonna fight in. There's more emotes and messages to talk to one another. I've got a couple of suggestions, like, this one. Okay, there has been love put into this game, and I don't intend to warn you to never play this game. I mean, the game is free, so it's not terribly horrible. It's just bad from the original game. I've had more of a fun time on balloon battles than I have with this one. But this game is still a secret love for me. So even after me rambling on for 20 minutes or more, you can give this game a shot. It's free. Unless they put a price tag on it, then never play this fucking game ever. Just never fucking play